It's Rose, and welcome to my randomosity. Today is going to be another foundation review. I think this is only the second one I've ever done on my channel, and it's actually going to be on another drugstore foundation. The first one I ever did, which I will link below, and also which I will reference in this video, kind of comparing the two, was on the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation, or Whipped Cream Makeup. And that was actually the first drugstore foundation I have personally ever used in like over 8 years. I've been strictly high-end or department store oriented for that long. And any of you ladies out there that wear high-end foundations, you know that it can get expensive, and then with the economy, I was looking for ways to make some financial cuts, and so I did some investigating on different drugstore brands and decided that the Whip was the first one that I would try because it sounded like one that would work for me, and it actually did. It worked really well. I am, first off, extremely oily. Now, to tell you a little bit about my background, I have worked in cosmetics for almost 5 years as a cosmetic manager, and so I've done makeup for women of all different skin types. So as I'm reviewing this, even though I do have the combination oily formula of, if you don't know by the title, the Revlon Colorstay Liquid Foundation, I'm going to kind of relate it for you more normal to dry skin gals, because I know they do have 2 different formulas in this specific type of foundation. The Whipped is probably my holy grail. I decided to try the liquid because I found out from other people that it was slightly more forgiving. And indeed it was. And the color that I have, or that I used, is the 350 Rich Tan, which my bottle is filthy because it's completely empty. I used it completely up last month. But I'm committing a cardinal sin right now because, as I said, I completely used this up. And currently in this video, I have on a combination of 2 other Revlon foundations. One more that I do plan on reviewing next, mixed with the Whipped makeup. But what I'm going to do, just because some of you may be watching this that may not be a subscriber of mine, and may not want to go to my channel and look up videos that I posted in January, because basically all the videos that I posted in January, this makeup is the one that I'm wearing. But what I'm going to do is a very quick montage of like my face, and then that's going to actually lead into a demo. Now I'm going to warn you, the demo was filmed at a time where my camera wasn't working properly, so I filmed it with my cell phone. But still, you will see me putting this on my bare face with the applicator that I currently prefer. This is a Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 synthetic brush, and mine is filthy, so you can trust this is how I do apply it. And then once that is all over, I will quickly go over with you facts about the foundation, personal points that I want to make, and then I will conclude with me comparing this with the Whip. So let the musical montage begin. first off is that this was the 350 Rich Tan. If you looked at the clip of myself outside at night when it was snowing, when the flash was in my face, this color was a tad bit too light. They say this is 24-hour wear. I honestly have no idea because I would never wear this for that long. Ladies, you need to wash your face at night. I think the longest that I went with this on was probably almost 16 hours. And again, it stays on. I've worked out, I've been rained on, taken showers before, and this stays on really well. Now, because it stays on really well, I made this point when I made my whipped cream foundation review video. I recommend using a makeup remover, which could be a towelette, or like a micellar water, or whatever the hell it's called, or a makeup remover, and then wash your face, because this stays on. When I don't use a makeup remover, I normally have to wash my face twice to get this completely all off my face. But Revlon says this makeup is meant to feel comfortable, and it's supposed to wear for 24 hours. It comes in 20 different shades. I will annotate the different price ranges. I know I got this in combination with this, I believe, at like CVS, and it was like a buy one, get one half off. So I think this is the cheaper one between this one, so I ended up really only paying like $5 for this, which was pretty awesome. They say it's medium to full coverage, which I do agree. I would say if you apply it with a brush like this, it will go on with full coverage. If you use something like a beauty blender, it'll probably go on more moderate to medium. But I know when I used this, I didn't really have to use really that much concealer unless I had a really dark, like acne scar or something like that. This to me does not feel as thick as the whipped, but if you want full coverage, you can go either way. I recommend the whipped though, if you want a real good full coverage look. This does not set as fast as this. Now with the whipped, I say in that video, you need to move quick because it sets and it dries extremely fast. This is a little more giving or forgiving. You can take your time with it, just a little bit more time. It says it won't cake, fade, or rub off. Now, I have done the transfer test with this, and I hate to say, if you lightly graze your face on something, it won't transfer, but, you know, how often do you hit your face on something, like pulling on a shirt, gently, you know? Normal pressure, it does transfer on clothing and other people. I hate to say, I've hugged someone before, and, yeah, a little got on his shirt, unfortunately. It says it has time-release technology, specifically formulated for combination oily skin to control oil absorption and shine. Now, they do have a formula for normal to dry, so don't fret for you normal to dry gals. They do have a formula for you that's more moisturizing. If your combination oily, if oil is a real problem for you and you don't mind fuller coverage, I would recommend the whipped, because the whipped, I can have days where I only had to powder my face once, when typically I have to powder my face every couple hours. The liquid did not control my oil and keep me as matte as well as this. I would say for the first initial 2 to 3 hours, but after that, every other hour I still had to powder my face. So if you're extremely oily and want fuller coverage, I would recommend the whipped over the liquid. And that's really it, all that Revlon had to say about this product. Again, this bottle, it contains 1 ounce, which is actually a little bit more than the Colorstay whipped. The whipped jar only has 0.8, but then again, I feel like with the whipped, you do use a lot less. Forgot to mention that this liquid foundation does contain an SPF of 6. But they do have, like I said, a formula for normal to dry skin. Everything that I've said coverage-wise, application-wise should still apply, except for, of course, the oil controlling capabilities of this combination oily formula. Now, one thing a lot of girls don't like is the fact that this foundation, you know, doesn't have a pump, which kind of does make it slightly difficult to get the last drops out, but still, I just used like a long Q-tip to get the last little bits out. Wasn't really a huge problem for me. Well, this is it for my review. Again, I have nothing to say, because I'm extremely oily and I prefer a more matte finish. I do prefer the whipped over this liquid, but if I'm ever looking for something else to use that isn't quite as heavy, I definitely wouldn't mind going back to this. So, okay, well, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in a comment or message. And if you're a fellow combination or extremely oily greaseball gal like me, and if you have any recommendations of any type of foundations, whether they're high-end or drugstore, please leave them in the comments, because I'm always looking to find a variety of different foundations that can work for my skin. This is Rose from Minor Animosity, and thank you so much for watching this crap. If you found this video at all helpful, you can give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, you can subscribe and become a part of my random family. You can follow me on the following different social media outlets. I do have a new Facebook page, but it really doesn't pertain to my YouTube at all. It only pertains to not exactly personal stuff, but more with my, like, modeling career. All links and any other information will be down below in the description box, and until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and you will be hearing again from me very soon. Bye!